Welcome back, Nerd Squad. My name is Roy Destroya, and this is Top 10 Nerd. In the world of comic books, we have some seriously overpowered villains going on. We got Magneto, we've got Doomsday, we've got Darkseid. Scary, scary, scary. Then, on the other end of the spectrum, we've got some villains with a much lighter arsenal, to put it gently. So let's take a look at the top 10 weakest supervillain powers. In the number 10 spot, we have Goody Two-Shoes. First appearing in Thing number 7, Sven Gollison was introduced as a bank robber whose plan was thwarted by the Thing. Now his signature ability? His powerful kicking shoes. Except they really weren't that strong at all, and the Thing took him out with a single flick. I mean, come on, his Comic Vine entry reads, "Normal guy with cosmic powered booties." Did we really expect anything differently here? Coming in at number 9 is Rainbow Raider. Introduced in The Flash number 286, Roy G. Bivolo is a colorblind kid who just wanted to be an artist, but he could never get his color schemes right. One day, his dying father gave him a pair of goggles that could create beams of light. He can use different colors to project emotions on others, like red for angry and blue for sad. But even cooler, he can use these beams to make a road, Mario Kart style. So maybe not very powerful, but a very colorful power at least. Next at number 8, we got Ten-Eyed Man. Philip Reardon first appeared in Batman number 226, and if you haven't heard about him, that's probably because he wasn't good enough a villain to hang around for long. He was a security guard blinded by a warehouse explosion, and then his optic nerves were reconnected to his fingers, so he could see out of all 10 fingers. And that's about the extent of his ability. Now tenfold vision seems pretty cool, but on your fingers, I really hope he's not a nose picker. In the number 7 spot is Pink Pearl. The ex-fat lady of a circus, Pearl Gross, yes that is her name, joined Marvel in Alpha Flight number 22. She'd had enough of the circus life and thought being a terrorist would make for a much more interesting profession. So what exactly is her power? Well, her obesity of course. Thanks to the excess fat that she carries, she is extremely durable and pretty well padded. That's about it. So she didn't last long as a villain, but then opened up a male strip club called Cloisters. Woman has ambitions. Coming in at number 6, we have Egg Foo. Egg Foo was introduced in Wonder Woman number 157 as an adversary for Wonder Woman, albeit not a very good one. Can you imagine the Amazonian princess being beaten by an egg? Yeah, neither can I. And we don't have to, because although Egg Foo was supposed to be a scientific genius, his main powers revolved around being an egg with a mustache and being incredibly racist. He wasn't exactly difficult for Wonder Woman to crack. Next up at number 5 is Condiment King. Condiment King was first introduced in Batman the Animated Series, and they just couldn't resist keeping him around. His weapon of choice? You guessed it, condiments. So if you can't stand mustard or if you are allergic to ketchup, the guy is sure to be your worst nightmare. For everyone else, he's actually pretty useful. Need mayo in a pinch? Condiment King's got your back. Hard to believe he came out of the same show that created Harley Quinn. Up next at number 4 is Turner D. Sentry. Aside from the A+ pun this man's name is, there's nothing super about him. Clifford Michaels is from Spider-Woman number 33, and he had grown increasingly frustrated with the changes that came after World War I. He hates the youngins and thinks things were better in his day. He tried to kill off basically all the young people in San Francisco with his signature mode of attack, a horn meant to kill everyone under 65. Except he was quite incompetent at this, and the horn just rendered everyone unconscious for a bit. He's basically the supervillain version of Old Man Yells at Cloud. In the number 3 spot, we have KITE-MAN. This totally competent villain, not being sarcastic at all, debuted in Batman number 133. Charles Brown as the KITE-MAN has a very special talent. Aside from being one of the most laughable villains on this list, he's really good at flying kites. He can transport with them and attack with them. Of course, this only works if the wind is in his favor, which as we know from trying to fly kites in our youth, it really never is. Coming in at number 2 is Fisherman. Aquaman number 21 introduced us to the supervillain, if we can even call him super, Fisherman. He was a man who specialized in stealing coveted objects and selling them on the black market, and his weapon of choice, which is his only real power, is his super strong fishing pole. And he even almost got Aquaman at one point with explosive bait, but that's not exactly saying much. If you're a fish, he may be your greatest enemy, but this guy isn't catching any big ones anytime soon. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we've got Matador. We were brought the Matador in Daredevil number 5, and he is, as you may have guessed already, a bullfighter. But there's gotta be more to him, right? Well, you're wrong. Basically, he was a cruel bullfighter that crowds didn't approve of, and after a riot at one of his performances, he swore to get revenge on all of mankind. Him and his red piece of fabric. That cloth had to have some superpowers, right? Well, maybe that would have been an interesting premise. He would have at least had something to make him a worthy foe, but Marvel was clearly not interested in interesting here. So those were the top 10 weakest supervillain powers. Let me know in the comment section down below who is the most pathetic villain out there. My name is Rory Destroya, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another nerdy list.